welcome to How to Make a Revision Timetable. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel to the end of the video to get access to some free resources to help you produce your own revision timetable. If you need any instant help, please feel free to follow me at my Instagram channel, which is at the Revision Guy, for instant help and to answer any questions that you may have. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is something called the self-gratification monkey. It's been called a lot of things in a lot of different bits of research, but basically this is the little voice in your head that says, I'll just do it after this, or I'll just do this, I'll just go out, I'll start when I come back in from going out with my friends. This will make you try and put it off, what needs to be done, and we all have it. Now, what you need to do to help get around this is to produce a revision timetable and stick to it. The first thing that's important is that you prepare an area. If you don't have an area, talk with your parents to get an area set up, and in that area you need to have everything that you need to revise. You need your pens, paper, cue cards, your timer, a lamp if you need one, your revision guides. You need everything possible to remove any little steps that you need to have done before your revision to help you get on. The second thing is try and have a set time every day where you start revising. That way it'll become a habit and your brain will start switching on to the times when you need to revise. The next thing you can do is buy a cheap lamp and label it as a study lamp. Now, the good thing about this is when you study, you turn the lamp on, so this means that anyone who's in the room with you knows they need to be quiet, or basically that they need to leave you alone until you're finished. Also, it acts as a little mental switch for your brain to switch on your focus and turn off your focus, and this should be something that helps you revise for a long period of time without being too drained. How to produce a revision timetable? The first thing is plan your revision in one chunk. Okay, by this I mean it takes energy if you're going to organize yourself on a day-to-day basis about what you're going to do. So plan your revision timetable either for a week that's going to be repeated, or for a 2 or 3 week period at any one time. Then you know what you need to do every day and you're not trying to use energy or waste energy trying to think about what you're going to do that day. Now, there's two ways that you can actually do your timetable. The first thing is something called interleaving. This is where you mix up your subjects like this, and you should be doing that now. So, for example, topic 1, 3, 4, 6, and 2. So topic 1 might be history, then you might do a bit of English, then you might do a bit of maths, and so on. So you're mixing up your subjects all the time. This will make sure you don't have a large amount of time between revisiting topics. 3 to 4 days before your exams are going to happen, what you need to do is then start focusing just on that exam. So let's just say your first exam is biology on May the 14th. You will be interleaving up to about May the 10th. Then you'll start hammering the revision for your biology and whatever exams you've got coming up in the next couple of days. Now, what you've got to realize, your brain is an amazing tool, but it is limited. Okay, you can only do so much with it every single day. So what you need to make sure you do is that you help it out. Now, what I advise you do is that you sort your subjects into 3 groups. Black subjects, the ones that you find the hardest. Blue subjects, the ones that are okay. And green subjects, the ones that you find the easiest and the ones that you really, really enjoy. Now, we're not going to ignore the blue and green subjects, but we're just going to make sure that we prioritize our revision to make sure that the black subjects are done first. So, a task for you to do, rank your subjects like I've done on the right hand side from 1 to 9. So you can see here I have biology, psychology and chemistry as my top 3. Okay, they're my green subjects. Now, then what I've done is I've got an English language, English literature and geography, which are my blue subjects, the ones I'm okay at. And then I've got 7, 8 and 9, which are business studies, maths and physics. They're my black subjects. Now, once you've done that, you can then start looking at how to put this into a revision timetable. Now, I've already mentioned the fact that when you are revising, there's something called the forgetting curve. Okay, so you can see in the graph on the right that when you first learn something, you're probably going to remember most of it, but that rapidly drops off. This is the reason why we're going to focus on revisiting numerous topics numerous times every week. And when you see the revision timetable at the end, then you'll have some ideas for that. Now, you'll also notice when we go to the revision timetable that I've got a white section blocked out at the top, and that's to review what you've learnt that day. Some of you may be in year 10, some of you still might be getting taught the specification. So that's something that you need to make sure you revisit at that point to try and reduce the amount you forget over time. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to break our revision into chunks. Now, I would advise that you buy a timer that you can set to 25 minutes or half an hour, whichever you're going to choose. Don't use your phone because this will be a distraction. What you're going to do is 25 minutes, then you're going to have a 5 short minute break. It's important that you stick to the break time as well, not 10 minutes, 5 minutes. During the 25 minutes, you do nothing but the tasks you have planned to do until the timer beeps. Every time you go off focus, you bring yourself back. If you do 4 times 25-minute chunks, then take a longer break for half an hour to help manage your workload. Now, during the 25-minute chunks, I'd like you to try and log the internal distractions, so when your mind wanders, and also any external distractions, so example, being interrupted by someone else. Now, the reason why this is important is because if you want to improve your focus, you've got to identify the starting point, and then what you can then do is try and put actions in place to make that number less and less and less to make your revision more effective. So here's the timetable example. So we've got time down the left hand side, you've got the weeks along the top. Now I've got Monday to Friday, reflection on what you have learned today. Now ask your teachers for page. So if you are still being taught the curriculum, or you're in year 10 and you're still being taught the curriculum, then what you should do there is review what you've done that day. Make a cue card or make a revision resource for what you have learned that day. Then you have yourself a 5-minute break because you've probably done a 25-minute chunk by then. So what we always start on each day is a black subject. Okay, you will do your 25 minutes and that always happens first. You then move on to your blue subject and then move on to your green subject. Now by this point you've done 4 blocks of time, so you give yourself a 30-minute break and then you may want to repeat. Now you can see the orange sections here. In my younger days I used to play rugby, so Tuesday and Friday were completely blocked out from 4 o'clock for my free time. Okay, it may be that you have TV programs you want to watch or dance classes, whatever you have. So that ensures that you get the balance, because this is important. You can't just revise. Your brain is a limited resource. You need to give yourself time to relax and absorb the information that you're taking in. Saturday and Sunday, you can see that I don't do anything on the morning, so I can catch up on some sleep. And then from 3 till 6, I'm revising again, starting with a black subject, a blue subject, and a green subject. If you want an example of this template that you can download for free, then please visit therevisionguy.wordpress.com, and on there's a link to some resources that you can use where you can download a blank template and run with that. There's also a how-to guide that you can use to help you put together your revision timetable. Thanks for watching.